Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another one. My name is Devin Del Fuego, and today we're editing in Waze. Can you believe it? Today we are covering point places or PPs. Anyways, point places are basically places you would find on the map, far as like Taco Bell, Donato's, Whack Arnold's, all those favorite places we like to go to. And sometimes we try to search for them in Waze and they're not there. And sometimes we search in there and Waze gives you the Google result. Well, on today's episode, we're going to show you how to add that beautiful place onto the map. So without further ado, let's get into it. So here, you can see we have a place right here, we have a place right here. But I know this spot right here on the map has the Donato's Pizza. As you can see already right here, there's a Donato's Pizza thing. But I already have open. But anyways, but if you wanted to get to Google Maps, you go down to here, you hit the little Google boom, boop, and now you're in Google Maps. And it takes you right where you need to go. And then since we're going to Donato's, we can zoom in right here, but we're gonna skip over that part and go back over to where I was at and just boop right here, click on Donato's, boom, you have all your information. Now listen very clearly and closely. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot just copy paste information from Google Maps, from Bing, from Yahoo Maps, from CarQuest, wherever you want to get your information from a map. You cannot just copy pasta it from one site to another. The only sources you can copy pasta from are from the websites and from like Facebook. If it's their official page, you can copy pasta. Now, there is sometimes you go into a website and you try to copy the phone numbers and hours. Sometimes you come across those and you try to highlight them and it just won't let you highlight them. Like for some reason it just the website won't let you. But you know that the phone number on their main website and the phone number on Google are the same exact ones. Therefore, you can copy it because it's the same information. But sometimes you have to worry about with some maps, they might actually have the wrong information. That's why you always want to get it from the main source. If you go to a website and they don't have their hours or they don't have their phone number, you cannot add that information. That's why you want to go on a deeper dive. Say, for instance, down on the website, try to see if they have a Facebook. If it's on the Facebook and you see the hours on their Facebook, boom, there you go. If they don't have a website but they have a Facebook account, but for their business, you can use the Facebook for the URL for the business. But you cannot just go straight from Waze to Google Maps and just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and be done. No, you have to make sure that the information you are taking from the website or from Google matches what's on the website because you just can't just copy everything over. It's against TOS. That's why I said um, you can what I normally do is if I know there's a place like this, I would go to Natos, go over to Google Maps, hit this, and then I would go down to where it says you don't have their website on here. Okay, well normally they have a website on here. Let me see over here. So yeah, like Sherman Williams, hit open website. It'll pop up their website. Then boom, sometimes it goes directly to the store, sometimes you have to search for it. But since we are adding Donato's onto the map, I do need to grab Google search it. Donato's. We'll go to locations. We are going to the one on Gender Road, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the one, Bryce? Yeah, that's the one. So this is the information we need to copy. So for Donato's Pizza, we'll come over here, and we're gonna mark it as under food and drink, but it's gonna be technically considered a restaurant. So we're gonna hit this, click it right there. Now we can paste the name, which we don't need to copy that. I'm just grabbing the name real quick because we know it's Donato's. Actually, we're just gonna put Donato's. We're not gonna put pizza, but just put Donato's. And we need to change this from food and drink to restaurant because that's the correct category it needs to be in. Then for the address, change the street, change the city, come over here, grab the number off of the website. Actually, you could probably just type in gender. Forgot you got the uppercase. Gender Road. Is this Canal or Columbus? It's Canal. So hit Canal. It already populates the Canal part in there. Type in the number. Make sure there's no spaces anywhere because it'll give you an error. So now we got the correct address, city, got the name, got the category. You don't always have to add an entry point. I always do because it tells the way is that it goes. They need to stop right here. This is right exactly where it needs to be. You don't want to put it on top of it or anything like that. You just put it right next to wherever the side of the road is because this is a parking lot road right here. This is why it's gray. It's a parking lot road. We went over the roads on the last episode, but yeah. So you would make sure that when they come drive up this way or this way, they're knowing that when they stopped, it's going to be on the right hand side and it's going to be right here. Different types, you can change it from a point to an area. The only time you use the area is like for a hospital, a school, or a university, and some other ones. But as far as I know, or a parking lot. Parking lots are areas too. But most of the time, you're just going to be using a point for the thing. Now, external providers. We'll move this over here a little bit. So for external providers right here on the very bottom, it says Google. You can hit that. And then we can type in Donatos, and it pops up right here, Gender Road. Boom, that is the one we want. So when you search for Donato's Pizza on Gender Road, it'll show up Waze's point, and also it might show Google's point. But when you navigate, it's going to, if it was to grab Google's, and since it is in Waze navigation point, since it's saying it's right here, is going to be right here. So it'll override Google's information and tell you it's this one right here. So if Google says it's over here and it wants you to stop over here, by you linking Google's from over here to over here, when you search for it, it's going to give it to you this one right here. It's going to override Google and say this is where it's supposed to be. That's why you link the two, so that you don't have any messed up things. Since I'm level 3, I'm going to lock this at level 3 because that's what the minimum is for point places. The website, we are going to grab, technically, I'm going to just grab donatos.com because I don't need the whole thing. Put donatos.com, the phone number, we need the phone number. Grab this, place that in there. They do have a drive-through. I know they accept credit cards. They have air conditioning. They have customer parking. They do have delivery. They do have takeout. They have wheelchair. I don't know about curbside. Couldn't tell you on that one. But yeah, so basically you just want to go down the list, and then on the very bottom right here has the hours they are open. So come over here, and it's 11 to 12 every day except for Friday. So every day except for Friday, we'll do 11 to 12, so 12, 13, 14, or yeah, 12, it's 4, so it's midnight, 00, right? No, it's 11. No, midnight. Yeah, midnight. Midnight. And then we add. So we know Sunday through. Okay, you know what? We're gonna change that. Do. What did I say it was? 11? Yeah, 11. So 11 a.m. to 23:59. 23:59. So then you know that they close at midnight. Yeah. And then on Friday, we gotta do one for Friday. It'd be 11, right? It's 11 to 1 a.m. 201. Boop. Now we have all the hours. We don't have any photos. You can't add photos. But that's everything you need to know. If there's an alternative name, like if they go by abbreviations or something or different spelling, sometimes you can always add that there. But as far as we know, you don't need to really add a description if you don't want to. It's not really important. But then after that, you just hit save, and boom, it is now saved. It is now officially a part of the map. So whenever someone orders Donato's Pizza or on the map, it'll be there. It'll be there. Same thing for the other stuff. You want to make sure that you are adding as much information as you can. Drive through pickup inside. Yep, I got that all right. So yeah, just make sure you try to add as much information as you can. And like I said, do not copy pasta from a map. TOS. TOS. The other point place. Residential point place. That was the other one we need to get into. So residential point place is kind of like a house number, which we do need to go over house numbers. I'll go over that on the next episode because I'm going to get a little advanced in that one too. So residential point place, which is an RPP, is basically like a house number, except for sometimes the house number doesn't want to line up with the GPS. So you create a residential point place, which then boom, it says this spot at this location right here, this number is where this house is. It's not up there, it's not down there, it's exactly right here. So if you wanted to grab, this is 3542. So grab this one, come over here. Has a lot less options too. So say 3542 is the house number. Street number or street name is gender. Gender in Cano. You got to make sure it has a city because that's one thing you have to worry about with residential point places. They need a city and they need a street and a house number. Then the other thing, one last thing is you have to make sure it has an entry point. That's basically where the stop point is. So you know that they're stopping right here. So just in case if this was a street back here, it's not telling them to come back here. They need to stop right here. This is like the direct stop to where it's supposed to be. And they need to be like at level 3. Boom. Because, let's see here, house numbers. There it is. See, like you can see here, this house number is right here, but it says gender. So you know that this is Gender Road, right? But this building over here is Gender Road. But when it goes to stop, when Waze tells you to stop, it's going to tell you to stop right here at 3588. This is exactly where it's going to tell you on the GPS to stop. With a residential point place, we move because this one has a line basically linked to this road. But with this is basically it's the same house number like this one, but you moved it over to directly right where it needs to be to stop, basically. So instead of 3542 being stopped right here in the middle of the road, we know that it's over here. So when someone types in 3542 and it pops up in their search result, they hit that, boom, they're going to get stopped right here. That's exactly where they're going to go. They're not going to stop over here, they're going to stop right over here. So, yeah, that's the other point place that you needed to know, which is a residential. The other thing is too, I need to go over residential point place versus a house number. That's going to be in another video that you need to know what you should use for what, because you don't want to use residential point places for everything. You only want to use residential point places for pretty much houses for the most part, because sometimes, like I said, Waze doesn't want to give you the correct area where you need to go to stop for a house, especially like apartments. They get a little iffy sometimes. So using a residential point place for those, that's fine. But yeah, we're definitely going to go over a video of how to add house numbers and what house number versus RPP and all that jazz, because that's going to be a big tutorial in itself right there. But until next time, guys, I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you enjoy this episode. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments below or contact your local regional Discord channel and talk to them about that and see if they need help. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.